Lucha Libre has many icons, from Rey Mysterio, Mil Máscaras, Huracán Ramírez, Tinieblas, and El Santo. But only one has gone toe-to-toe with El Santo himself and is regarded as one of the greatest of all time. I'm talking about the one, the only, Blue Demon. Alongside El Santo, Blue Demon not only took over the Lucha Libre scene in the 70s, but also the silver screen. Generations of fans remember the first time they laid their eyes on Blue Demon. Now, few wrestlers carry themselves like Blue Demon, from being an icon in the ring to a star on the silver screen. Luchadores have captured our minds with their death-defying stunts and their eye-catching mask, from Rey Mysterio in WWE to Penta El Zero M in AEW. Today, we will look at an icon, a superstar, a hero, a legend, the one, the only Blue Demon. Alejandro Muñoz Moreno was born on October 12, 1922 in Garcia, Nuevo León, Mexico. At a young age, Alejandro dropped out of school and moved to Monterrey, where his uncle gave him a job working on the National Railroad. Often called manotas, which means big hands, he was right for the job. But Alejandro knew at an early age the potential he had inside of him, which involved more than just working at the National Railroad. Now, luck was on his side. A chance meeting with famous Mexican wrestler Rolando Vera started his journey into lucha libre. He began wrestling without a mask in Laredo, Texas, his first match against Chema Lopez on March 12, 1948. What Alejandro didn't know was that he was on his way to become one of the greatest luchadores of all time. Adopting the mask and persona of the Blue Demon, he headed back to Mexico to start a full-time in-ring career. According to CageMatch.net, one of his first matches was in Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre in a best 2 out of 3 falls matches against Ciclón Vélez at Empresa Mexicana de Lucha Libre EMLL 15 Aniversario event in Arena Mexico in Mexico City, Distrito Federal, Mexico. Blue Demon began his career in the ring as a rudo, or a heel. From there, he formed a tag team with another masked luchador named the Black Shadow and became known as Los Hermanos Shadow, the Shadow Brothers. In 1952, the famous wrestler El Santo beat an unmasked Black Shadow in the ring, which fueled Blue Demon's decision to become a técnico, or a babyface, in the ring, and a legendary feud between Blue Demon and El Santo had begun. Blue Demon and El Santo met in the ring for the first time on November 30th, 1949, wrestling in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. That match included El Santo and Gory Guerrero defeating Blue Demon and Murciélago 2-1. This event took place in Empresa Mexicana de Lucha Libre EMLL Miércoles y Coliseo event at the Arena Coliseo de Mexico City in Mexico City, Distrito Federal, Mexico. Blue Demon has many match highlights, too many to list in fact, but one that caught my eye was his very first match against the icon El Santo. The two icons went one-on-one on March 21, 1953, wrestling for Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre CMLL. In that match, El Santo defeated Blue Demon. This event took place in the Arena Mexico in Mexico City, Distrito Federal, Mexico. Man, to be in that audience when these two went one-on-one, it must have been absolutely incredible. Although El Santo and Blue Demon were rivals in the ring, Blue Demon had an opportunity to be in a tag team match with El Santo. This happened on July 17, 1953, wrestling for Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre. In that match, it was Henry Peluso and La Bestia defeating Blue Demon and El Santo. This took place on EMLL Super Viernes event at the Arena Mexico in Mexico City, Distrito Federal, Mexico. While doing my research on Blue Demon, I was able to look at many of his matches, but a match that caught my eye was Blue Demon, Eddie Guerrero, and El Hijo del Santo versus El Hijo del Diablo, Leon Chino, and Rey Mysterio. This event took place in El Auditorio de Tijuana in Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. Later down the line, Blue Demon would pass his mask and name to his adoptive son and be called Blue Demon Jr. These two would have an opportunity to wrestle together. This took place in January 28, 1999, wrestling in Mexico. It involved Blue Demon and Blue Demon Jr. defeating Black Terry and Solmar, wrestling in Tuxtla Gutierrez event at Centro Deportivo Roma in Tuxtla Gutierrez, Chiapas, Mexico. Thanks to the Iron Claw, I was able to look up that Blue Demon appeared on the Christmas Star Wars 1981. This was a professional wrestling supercard show that was held on December 25th, 1981. The show was produced and scripted by the Dallas, Texas-based Big Time Wrestling BTW professional wrestling promotion and held in their home area of Dallas, Texas. Now, the Super Show was jam-packed with superstars. The card included Blue Demon and Al Madrin versus Arman Hussein and Carlos Zapata, The Great Kabuki versus Fritz Von Erich in a Texas death match, and lastly, Kerry, Kevin, and David Von Erich versus Frank Dussin, Bill Irwin, and Tengu in a 6-man tag team match. There were some other people on that card, but man, look at these icons. During his impressive run, Blue Demon won many titles. Those titles included the Mexican National Tag Team Championship with Black Shadow for Empresa Mexicana de Lucha Libre, the Mexican National Welterweight Championship, a total of 3 reigns, the NWA World Welterweight Championship, a total of 2 reigns. Blue Demon was also inducted into the AAA Hall of Fame in 2022 and the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Hall of Fame class of 1996. Blue Demon and El Santo had their rivalry in the ring, but would be partners in the silver screen. From throwing punches in the ring to fighting mummies in the silver screen, Blue Demon and El Santo started a number of movies in the 70s. Those movies were The World of the Dead in 1970, Santo and Blue Demon vs. the Monsters in 1970, The Mummies of Guanajuato in 1972, The Beast of Terror in 1973, Santo and Blue Demon vs. Dracula and the Wolfman in 1973, and Santo and Blue Demon vs. Dr. Frankenstein in 1974. I highly recommend watching these movies. They're absolutely amazing. I believe there's a couple on YouTube. Go check them out. Blue Demon also starred in some solo movies. Those movies include Blue Demon, El Demonio Azul in 1965, Blue Demon vs. Satanic Power in 1966, Hellish Spiders in 1968, Blue Demon contra Cerebros Infieles in 1968, The Shadow of the Bat in 1968, Blue Demon, Destructor of Spies in 1968, The Champions, 5 Supermen in 1972. According to CageMatch.net, Blue Demon's last match was on November 13, 1993. He wrestled for Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre CMLL in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. That match included Dr. Wagner Jr., Edgar Marcus Jr., and Gladiador, defeating Blue Demon, Corazon de Leon, also known as Chris Jericho, and El Dandy. The event was for Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre Sábados Arena Puebla event in the Arena Puebla in Heroica, Puebla de Zaragoza, Puebla, Mexico. Alejandro Munoz died just before noon on Saturday, December 16, 2000. He suffered a fatal heart attack on a park bench near a Subway kiosk while on his way home from his regular morning training session at the Blue Demon Instituto Atlético. He was 78 years old. Blue Demon was buried wearing his trademark blue mask, which was never removed in public as he always kept his true identity a secret. Blue Demon is considered one of the biggest legends of Lucha Libre, second only to El Santo in terms of popularity and influence both in and outside of Mexico. The distinctive blue and silver mask of Blue Demon, known worldwide, is instantly recognizable symbol of Lucha Libre. The Blue Demon name still holds strong to this day. Blue Demon Jr. began his career on July 11, 1984 and is still wrestling to this day. According to CageMatch.net, his most recent match was on February 4, 2024. This match was for International Wrestling Revolution Group Lucha Libre. The match was for the IWRG Intercontinental Heavyweight title, where DMT Azul defeated Blue Demon Jr. by disqualification. This was an online stream, and it took place at the Arena Nacolcapan in Nacolcapan de Juarez, Estado de Mexico, Mexico. Blue Demon Jr. still has a couple of matches left in him, but it was announced on Hours of Productions that Blue Demon Jr. has announced his nephew as Blue Demon Tercero, and we're very excited over this announcement. Lucha Libre fans all over the world are very excited, and we cannot wait to see what Blue Demon Tercero has in store for us. Blue Demon is one of my favorite luchadores of all time and a hero to many people out there. It is without a doubt that the legend of Blue Demon will stand the test of time and be the symbol of Lucha Libre for many years to come. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments which other luchador you would like to hear about next. I've been El Misterioso Edgar, and see you in the next one.